What is good, everybody? And today we're going to be showing you how to catch gar. I haven't made a video in a week and I've been so sorry for that. I've been trying to make so many videos. I've gone fishing probably 4 times trying to make a video. Not having much luck. I went tonight and I was like, I have to get a video out to y'all. So I thought I'd do a very important video, especially with most of my content being around gar fishing. Well, a few of my videos, but most of the content in the future is going to be gar fishing. It's just not gar fishing season yet. I'll teach you all about that, how to catch them, what rigs to use, what rods, what reels, what line, everything. And so let's first get into rod and reels. Let me grab this. Oh, it hit my fan. Okay, well, that was crazy. So this is the 8,000 pin reel. You can get any type of pin reel. This is my favorite one, the Pursuit IV. It's just a little more expensive. And then you're gonna want to get these Denali bottom feeder rods. Get the shortest one they have, as heavy as they get. Just get the heavy ones, not medium heavy, just get heavy. And they're very short rods. It still hit my ceiling fan. I'm trying to show it without hitting my ceiling fan. But as we have on right here is actually a redfish rig, so we won't be showing you all that. And what I have on his line is 80-pound Sulfix braid. I would not actually recommend getting 80. This works for catching smaller gar that are probably like 6.5 foot and under. But if you're trying to catch that 7 or 8 foot monster and trying to break the world record or catch a baby mama, an absolute baby mama, then I would recommend getting the 130 pound. I think it's 130 pound. I don't remember. I have it in my cart right now. I'm about to buy it. The only problem is you can only get like 3,000 yards of it, and it's like $300, and it's super expensive. So I haven't bought it yet because it's not gar season right now. And I think that's the next thing I should talk about. But so this is 80. It works. I've caught around a 6 foot gar on it. It was 5'10" actually, to be exact. So it works. But if you're trying to catch those bigger fish, it's probably not going to work. I've heard that from multiple gar fishermen. So yeah, if you have the extra money, you can go and do that. But if you don't, get the 80-pound Sulfix braid. I wouldn't go anything under this. I've caught them on 65-pound braid too, but I wouldn't recommend it. So yeah, now you know all the rod and reels and line you need to use. Let's get into what time to actually catch these. These fish, they eat when it's blazing hot. 2 p.m. on a summer Friday is like, oh, like you need to hit these up middle of the day depending on the spot. Sometimes you need to figure out your spot. Like I have one spot they hit around 2 p.m. I have one spot they hit right as nightfall, and it's just depending on the spot. So you need to figure out your spot. Don't be like, I went there at 2 p.m. I didn't catch anything. But you better fish that right as nightfall hits too. You better look at the biometric pressure, and you better make sure everything's right and make sure that spot actually isn't not good. And biometric pressure, you need to check that. It's on the weather app. Just look at what city you're in. If it's in the middle, the fish should be biting. And if it says high, that means it's not as good for fishing. When it says low, it should be a lot better for fishing. It puts less pressure on their swim bladders. So yeah, you gotta figure out what time, and you need to be doing it the right time of year. You need to be doing it spring and summer. You're not gonna catch much in like fall and winter. You can catch them in the fall if you live in Houston, Texas, just because it doesn't get cold yet. And I was catching them in the fall and stuff, just not as often. But now we're gonna show you all the rigs. And sometimes moon phases can affect that too. So make sure you fish your spot heavily before you be like, oh, it's not a good spot. Okay, this is my tackle box. It's very wet in there, so. Oh, it stinks in there. I got fish guts in there by accident. That's so disgusting. Okay. If I can get this untangled, we can show y'all what it looks like. Okay, here's the leader right here. Right here, we have a super small hook. You need to get these small live bait hooks. The H2OX, I use those. I know there's better ones to use, but I don't feel like ordering them online. I feel like getting them from Academy. And this is 500-pound braid. Make sure you get like the size 4 and under. I also have these. These are super, super small. Hold on, if I can get them out. This one is incredibly small. So I don't know if that's actually gonna work, and then I wanna try using this one too. We're gonna try that once gar season's back in. But I have caught lots and lots of fish off of this hook. And then if you're wondering what line this is 550-pound braid. I can show y'all the brand and everything, so y'all can buy it. And you might be wondering, Jackson, why are you using 550-pound braid for these fish? And braid will cut. If you're just rigging it straight to your line, they're gonna cut through it with their teeth. I'm gonna show you a picture of what they look like when, like just a skull with their teeth right here. Oh my gosh, they're so crazy. And you don't want to be using mono or steel leaders, because if they eat it, then it's gonna go into them and they're not gonna be able to digest it. They can't digest it. So when they swallow the hook and you end up having to cut the line or they break you off, they're gonna get that stuck in them and they can't digest it and they're gonna roll up and die. So yeah, you need to be using this or else I'm gonna come beat you. No, I'm just playing. But I will get mad at you because I am a gar conservationist, so do not do that. And then right here, you can find these at Academy. I don't know what brand they are, but they're like 380-pound swivels. Let me go show you that brand real quick of line. And you need to get 580-pound or 550-pound braid, whatever this is, because the gar can't bite through it very easily. I would recommend switching like through leaders after every few fish so that they don't break you off. And then you might be wondering also, after I show you this, how are you even gonna hook your baits? That's one of the things I'm gonna show y'all. This is Dory C Extreme Braid. Just think it's like 550-pound braid, I don't know. Very low water absorption. I don't know what that means. It's somewhere in the 500s. Just get something like that and it should work. And I'm going to show you how to rig your baits, and then you should be all set for catching these gar. Alright, I was just getting ready to post this video and I realized I didn't put what type of bait you need to use. So I'm going to be saying that right now. And basically, mullet, shad, tilapia, depending on where you're fishing. If you're fishing in super salty water, mullet, just whatever you catch out of the water, any type of cut bait works. Except for like, if you're using like a croaker or something, I've never really caught one on a croaker before, but you can try. But mullet, if you're in super salty water, if you're in a bayou, try shad, tilapia, stuff like that. Carp, but not super salty bayous, like maybe further down the bayou, not as close. So yeah, anything like that. Carp works really well, so anything like that. So yeah. And oh wait, let me show you one more thing. I would recommend using these bobbers, not as bobbers. Just put them on and then up like 15 feet on your line. I'd tie a few knots on your line just so it doesn't go like super far up your line once you get a fish on. This is just going to show you the direction of where the fish is going. This is very helpful when you're trying to set the hook. But on a windy day, I wouldn't use these. Just on a non-windy day, because you won't be able to keep your line tight if it's like a windy day or something. So these are very good on a very calm day, and I would very much recommend using them, because if you're just reeling blindly, not knowing where your fish is at, and you just don't know where to set the hook, you need to set that hook like boom, roll the clip. Like you need to set it hard. So you really need to know where the fish is at, and that's very helpful when it's not very windy. And this is 20-pound braid, very thin braid. You can do thicker, but I recommend doing this. This is how we're going to be rigging the baits. Let me show you. If I can get a test dummy for this. Alright, this is our little decoy for our bait. It's a little small. I'm going to be showing you how to do it. Okay, first, you need a hook. And then you're going to get your line, your 20-pound braid or whatever pound braid you have. Doesn't really matter. I wouldn't use anything less than 20. Honestly, 20 might be a little bit too low, because if you're trying to cast out your bait, it's going to break off. And you're wondering what I'm talking about right now, because you don't even know, I don't bet you could guess what I'm about to do. Unless you've already been gar fishing. Okay, you're going to get your line like this. You're going to get your line like this. Have it right next to each other. Make a little loop. Put that loop inside of itself. pull tight. Leave yourself a little bit of room. And do it a few more times, making sure it's not going to break. Twice will work. Okay, now we have this little loop. Where we get our hook, put this through the hook like this. Through the eye of the hook. Might have to wet your braid. Okay, here we go. Now you have this right here. You're wondering what I'm going to be doing this? Like how I'm going to be doing this? Then you're going to put your hook through here. Just like this. And then pull it through the other side. Make sure that's all the way out. And now look. You have a loop right here. You're going to cut your line right here. I'll show you. Hold on. And then either you can make another loop just like that, or you can just go like this and just do a whole bunch of overhand knots, like, hold on, like this, and then make a loop, put your line through it, and do that a few times, just like this. Or you can do the same loop that we did last time, but that tends to be pretty hard to do. Okay, so you put it back through your line around 3 times or more if you're feeling like it. I just get pretty lazy and don't. Okay, now you have 2 loops right here. And I gotta get my rig back out. And then I bet you could imagine what I'm about to do. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put it through the hook through this loop right here. Put it through the next loop if I can get it open. Just like that. Boom, you have this bait like this. Twist it a few times and then put it through the loop that's underneath. You should be able to see, because you bring it like this and then put it back under like this, and then do that a few times until it's pretty close to your bait. I recommend using like 20, maybe 30-pound braid, because it gives you more hook exposure. You do that a few times. Make sure your hook is not going to stick back into your bait. That's how much you want to do it. You don't want your hook to stick back in your bait once you cast it out or something, or the fish grabs it. So you want it to be pretty tight to your bait. Okay. Get it one more time. It's hard with a soft plastic. It's so much easier with a real fish. Okay. Now your baits end up going to looking like that. And the thing is with these gar, their mouths are straight bone. So you need to be using this small little live bait hook. Don't use massive circle hooks or anything, because you need to break through that bone without, and it's going to make this weight easier. And also you're going to damage their mouth if you're using a massive hook. This one's honestly a little big, if I'm being honest. But this will work. Any size live bait hook, I recommend using pretty small ones. H2X works well. I don't know how well these hold up against massive fish, but they've held up against 5'10" gar, so that's all I know right now. Reelin' with Robbie, go check out his channel. He can give you some good recommendations too. He uses different live bait hooks and he catches like 7+ foot gar, plenty of them. So yeah, he's really good at that. And that's how you rig your baits. Look at that. I mean, that's just beautiful. Gar fishing is beautiful. It's really a master of art. Now I gotta tell you actually how to catch them. Once they put this in their mouth, they're not gonna swallow it and eat it immediately. They're gonna run with it for a little bit. And if they go on a steady run for around 30 seconds to a minute, set it. But if they go on a run for about 15 seconds and stop, don't set it. Wait for them to go on that second run, give them 10 seconds in that second run, 5 to 10 seconds, and then that's, because what they do is they'll stop running for a second, and they're gonna chew on that bait and then actually start eating it. So once they go on that second run, you're just gonna go, whoa, and then you should be able to land that gar. Now, you're not gonna catch them all the time. Sometimes they're not gonna fully eat it, and sometimes they're gonna have the hook halfway down their throat. Sometimes they eat it quick, sometimes they don't. You just never know. That's why you don't wanna let them run for 20 minutes, unless you're trying to eat them, which I don't recommend doing because they're a very fragile species. So yeah, they can live up to, I think 80 years to 100 years or something like that. So they live very long. I could be wrong. It's somewhere crazy. and you're gonna catch like a 6-foot one. It's gonna be super old. You catch like a 7-foot gar, I think it's probably 40 plus years old. So once they start getting to that 8-foot range, they could be up there in the 80s or something. Let me actually, right here is gonna be the real age they actually usually live to. And yeah, I think that's the right one. I'm a pretty good gar expert, but honestly, I might be lying to you right now. But yeah, that's everything you need to know about gar fishing. If you have any more questions or anything, just comment down below and let me know. And thank y'all for watching the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers, and we're gonna be doing a Zesty Bites giveaway. If you don't know what Zesty Bites is, I'm gonna show you all that right now. This is Zesty Bites, the best sour candy on the entire planet. And I have a chance of getting sponsored with them. So if you're watching this, you better go DM them, go buy them, go to Zesty Snacks on Instagram, DM them, be like, yo, Jackson's Aquatics made me buy this. You should totally sponsor him. And he's gonna be like, bro, I'm gonna sponsor him. He's sponsoring 100 people. So I have a pretty good chance. He has 800,000 subscribers, which makes it way less of a chance for me. But I think I have a pretty good chance. I definitely promote these a lot. You can ask anyone I know. I promote these like absolutely crazy. But yeah, so go ahead and buy some of these. This is the absolute, I'm not even trying to glaze. He might be my favorite YouTuber, but I'm not glazing. I won't ever eat sour strips again. They're super thin strips. So let me open it for you. Let me show you. If I can open it. Super thin strips, not like those Airhead Extremes and stuff, are super thick and they get stuck in your teeth. They don't get stuck in your teeth at all. Like, watch this. I chewed on it. None are stuck to my teeth. So yeah, go buy you some Zesty Snacks or Zesty Bites, whatever they're called. The real company's called Zesty Snacks because they're going to be coming out with more stuff later. But right now, all they have is candy. So what I need you to do is subscribe. And we're going to be giving away 10 bags of those, which is around $55 worth of candy. No, it's just $50. Never mind. They're $5 a bag. And so yeah, y'all go ahead and do that. And once y'all do that, once we hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be rolling with money. I'm running a detailing business right now. And so if y'all want to go win 10 bags of that, y'all can get a specialized order. We're going to be doing a giveaway. So if y'all want a chance in that giveaway, just go ahead and subscribe. And then once we get to close to 1,000 subscribers, I'll go ahead and tell you the details of the giveaway, how to enter. I'll probably make a video on it. So just turn on post notifications. Go check out some of my other videos. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace.